CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. Hudson Mack is away. I'm Andrew Johnson. We've waited all week for it to arrive, and finally it's here. May long weekend, the unofficial start of the summer travel season. But its start was anything but smooth. Just ask anyone trying to catch a BC ferry this morning. By this afternoon, 4 sailings had been cancelled after a broken rudder and then a cooling system problem sidelined one of BC Ferry's key vessels. CTV's Joe Perkins spent the day at SWARTZ Bay and joins us now live with more on the story. Joe?
Andrew, the good news is there are additional sailings scheduled for tonight. The bad news, BC Ferries is heading into another long weekend, down a vessel, and people don't seem surprised.
It's a little bit of a delay, but it's island life. Seems like it's like that every long weekend.
They've seen it before. They've spent a long weekend waiting.
Yeah, an extra hour of inconvenience, but it's not bad.
Not bad, but then again, not good.
Well, certainly it's unfortunate timing that we've had a mechanical problem at the beginning of a long weekend.
Not just any weekend, the start of summer travel season.
It's not bad. I work for BC Ferries, so accustomed to the weights and stuff like that.
BC Ferries was hoping this wouldn't happen, but by 2 o'clock today, 4 sailings had been cancelled.
What was the issue?
It was a problem with the rudder. They had to do some welding repairs.
BC Ferries says it knew the Queen of New Wesminster had a problem with its rudder and was hoping to have the ship fixed by the long weekend, but it wasn't. The vessel was expected to be back for its 4 o'clock sailing from Tsawwassen to SWARTZ Bay, but again, it wasn't. At 4 o'clock, CTV News received a call from BC Ferries saying it wasn't a rudder problem at all, but instead an issue with the vessel's seawater cooling system. Long weekends have not been kind to BC Ferries. It was this time last year, the Friday of the May long weekend, when the driver of a pickup truck drove through a barrier here at SWARTZ Bay before driving off a loading ramp. And although that incident did not cause any delays to operations, the same could not be said for July long weekend. It's when the Queen of the Nemo slammed into Tsawwassen Terminal, another hard landing, this one resulting in the cancellation of 8 long weekend sailings. Despite passengers taking the delays in stride,
well, it's not too serious.
It is raising questions about BC Ferries' fleet, particularly the Queen of New Westminster.
Well, I mean, the ship's been around for years and years, so certainly it's had a few mechanical problems now and again.
And it appears more than one. This morning it was a rudder, and this afternoon it was a cooling system. But for passengers, it was just another wait on another long weekend, something many say they're getting used to. BC Ferries says it expects the Queen of New Westminster to sail tomorrow morning at 8, and we will wait and see if that actually happens. As for those additional sailings, there is an 8 p.m. from SWARTZ Bay to Tsawwassen, and there's also a 10 o'clock sailing coming the other way. Sailings aren't looking too bad. Right now, the 6 from SWARTZ Bay is canceled. We knew that. The 7 o'clock sailing is full, and then the 8 and 9 are looking pretty open. As far as Tsawwassen coming to SWARTZ Bay, the 7 is pretty much full. The 9 is more than half full, and then there is a 10, and that looks all right. So go to bcferries.com. That's the #1 recommendation from BC Ferries, and just take a look there.
We're good at being patient on Vancouver Island, Joe.
And we're getting better, yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.